This is a porcelain-inspired makeup look suggested by Sweet J Makeup channel here on YouTube. So of course I was doing a little research for inspiration, and I found there are really two types of porcelain looks. One that really focus on a bold lip, and I have other bold lip looks planned. So I wanted to focus on this photo in particular because it really spoke to me. I'm going to show you right here.
I loved the softness of this look, the glowy, dewy, flawless skin that glow from within. I love the charcoal cool gray tones going on the eyes. Her complexion had structure, yet the contour was not overpowering. The focal point was on the blush cheeks, which I found to be very vintage and timeless.
Those are the qualities I incorporated into this porcelain bridal inspired makeup look.
For primer today, I used the Smashbox Primer Water. And then I did some color correcting prior to going in with foundation. Today I used the Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness on this Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush from Cosmetics. It's dual-ended, and using the concealing end of the brush, I lightly buffed the product into those problem areas. When choosing the foundation to wear on your wedding, it's important to ensure that it not only has minimal flashback in photography, but that it's also long wearing. So test it out multiple days prior to your wedding to make sure that it wears well on your skin. This was my first time using the Dior Forever foundation, and this foundation paired with the Heavenly Luxe brush was amazing. It blurred my imperfections, it gave me a full coverage, and I just loved the way it looked on my skin. I'm going to be using two concealers today. First, the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. You will see my cat make multiple entrances in this video today. So I used the Becca concealer to conceal my dark circles and brighten the under eye area. And then I use the Aqua concealer and I apply it to the center portion of my face. For a subtle nose contour, I'm going to be applying the bronze shade from the Dr. Yart BB Matte Contour Kit with a Sigma P86 brush down the sides of my nose to make it appear a little slimmer. Because I have problems with my concealer settling into the little fine lines under my eyes, this is the last step when applying liquids for me. So I apply it to one under eye area at a time, and then I immediately set it with the Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores, lightly pressing it into that area. I like priming my eyes for shadow right after I set my under eye area. I'm applying the MAC Painterly Paint Pot and then lightly setting it with that same powder from Cosmetics. Then I'm setting the foundation in place and applying that powder with the Bye Bye Pores powder brush by Cosmetics. It's the number 701. Now moving on to eyes, I'm going to be primarily using the Lorac 2 palette. First taking chrome and applying it to the outer half of my eye with a MAC shader brush. Now I'm applying beige using a Smith 253 brush to the inner half of my eye, bringing it to meet the chrome shade. Now taking cool gray as my transition shade. Using a Morphe 433 brush and using windshield wiper motions, I'm diffusing this shade through my upper crease area. To add a nice balance of warmth, I'm lightly dusting light brown using a large fluffy brush to the upper crease area. I'm now going to be darkening the outer V area using charcoal on a Sigma E38 brush, first applying it to the outer third of the eye and then bringing it up into the crease. I'm mixing Buff and Snow together as a brow bone highlight and applying it to the inner corner of my eye to really brighten that area. And then for a little golden warmth on the lid, I applied a little bit of Makeup Geek's Magic Act. Now I'm smudging charcoal right underneath my lower lashes, and using a small pencil brush, I'm using cool gray to diffuse that color. I felt the eye look needed a bit more brown, so using Handwritten by MAC, I applied it right on top of charcoal, so the outer V, and diffused it into the crease. I wanted a thin line to define the upper lash line, so I'm using a bent liner brush and the Laura Mercier black gel liner. To really make my eyes pop, I applied the Zoeva Rock and Roll Bride, a dark brown liner, to my waterline. For bridal makeup, I would recommend applying false lashes so your eyes really stand out in photography. My cat is definitely the star of the show. To add a little warmth to my skin, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Careblend Pressed Powder Medium Dark on a Sigma F23 brush to bronze the perimeter of my face. I'm not going to go too heavy on the bronzer, just the right amount to give me a subtle warmth. To add structure to my face and emphasize my cheekbones, I'm going to be mixing all 3 shades from the Fiona Stiles Contour Kit in light to medium and applying this using the Sigma F04 brush. It's the Extreme Structure Contour. I'm applying most of the pigment towards the upper part of the hollow of my cheekbone and then slightly feathering it towards the corner portion of my mouth, blending everything together with a clean tulip brush. In my opinion, the Laura Mercier highlighter gives you that perfect bridal glow from within, and I'm dusting this to the highest part of my cheekbones and a little bit on my forehead. To give us that timeless bridal porcelain look, the blush cheek is paramount, and I'm using Plum Radiance by Laura Mercier, and don't be shy with this, I'm applying a very generous amount to my cheek area using the Morphe E4 brush. To ensure that my makeup lasts all day, I'm going to be using the Skindinavia Bridal Setting Spray, and as you can see, I'm spraying in an X shape and a T shape. For a bridal pink lip that I feel is just the right amount of pink, I line my lips with Liar, then use Marc Jacobs Sonic Truth, and then for a glossy option, I top that with MAC's Boy Bait. Thank you so much for watching. If you're going to a wedding or in a wedding this summer, I hope you found this helpful. I will see you in my next one. You're beautiful inside and out.